Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of War Thunder. As you know, or if you've watched my recent videos, I've finished the Future Tech Tree Analysis series, and I was just sort of stuck on what videos to make, and I decided to make a Bomber Interceptor guide. As some of you who are quite active in War Thunder may know, bombers have always been a bit controversial, ranging from bombers being really ridiculously easy to destroy in earlier patches to being able to end the match in minutes in more recent patches. Used to be people loading up Year 2s and just diving in to attack enemy bases in 5 at a time, which worked quite well. People have since got wise to that, and the new recent tactic is to just climb to a ridiculous height and just keep bombing from up high where fighters can't or are unwilling to intercept them. Now, obviously, this guide, well, not obviously, but this guide will be dealing with mainly how to take down the bombers. So I'll give some recommendations on what to use to take them down. For the tests, I'll be using the P38G, which has a good rate of climb, something you want, rate of climb of 16.5 meters a second. Other good planes, got the BF109G2, 19 meters a second, LA5, 18.4. British have got their Spitfires, 19.7. Japanese, I wouldn't use Japanese, but because their planes, not all of them have that great, so good a rate of climb. Yotsu KI-45 here has the rate of climb of 19.5 meters a second. B7A2 is very good, very bad rate of climb, but in arcade it starts off at the same height as bombers, and it has good firepower, so that's also a good candidate. But for the tests, I'll be using the P38G. Obviously, another thing you need to take into consideration is armament. The BF109G2, very good climbing aircraft, but it doesn't have much firepower. Only one 20mm cannon and two 7.92mm machine guns. But you can get You can get additional cannons, additional two 20mm cannons. 6 miles an hour speed loss, so lose a bit of 2 meters a second of climb rate, lose 1.5 second of turn time, so obviously that can come at a price. Some other good planes, bow fighters for firepower, but obviously quite not very good rate of climb. Japanese, their KI-45s are meant to be good at taking down bombers, you'd think, because of the 37mm cannon. In my experience, this doesn't really work so well, although some of them have the upward firing guns, so they could come in handy. Germans have their where are they? ME410s. Also got the Dornier 217N2 and N1. N2 has the upward firing guns again, so they can just sit underneath the enemy bombers and quickly destroy them. I might demonstrate that at the end of the video, but I'll leave that for the moment. And the Russians, they don't really have any dedicated bomber interceptors. The MiG-3 was good at flying high altitude from what I understand, but not very good firepower. From 3 machine guns to 2 20mm cannons. Could use the old 2s, but again not good rate of climb, only good firepower. Maybe the PE3s, but again not too good firepower and not very good rate of climb. And obviously the Americans, decent firepower, not too bad a rate of climb, but not the best either. But anyway, let's get on to the testing. For this I'll be using the P38G. I'll be doing it on Mission Editor. We're going to go on the Battle of the Bulge, and it'll be an intercept bomber mission. Now, the Germans don't have that great bombers. They have some bombers like the Heinkel's are meant to be quite fast, but well, not fast. They're sort of their nearest thing to a good bomber in the early tiers, but they're not that great compared to some of the other aircraft. They have a lot of guns, but they're quite weak guns as well. We've also got the Italians. They have fairly fast bombers, fairly well armed, 12.7mm machine guns usually. Junkers 88, quite fast, reasonably well armed, but not that great. And the Dornier 217s, which I think are meant to be quite fast, but not too well armed again. But they've got a few guns, but they're quite weak ones, and the field of fire is not that good. And we've got the Arado fast and no armament. Now we'll try this against the HE-116 because this is quite a slow bomber. We'll try and get that down a bit, get it down to 8. Because obviously we don't want to, in arcade or realistic, you won't be going against that many bombers in a formation. Add maximum bomb load because that's what most people will be using in online. Quickly load up the game. This guide will really be showing how to take down the bombers, like where to attack them from, what armament. Well, not really what armament to use because obviously you'll be using what armament you have. Depends what plane you've picked really. Now we've got a few machine guns, I think 4 and one 20mm cannon. Now where are the enemy? They're in front of us. And this is a fast aircraft, good rate of climb, so we should be able to quickly boom and zoom against the enemy. Now this is where you sort of dive in from a great height, pick up lots of speed, strafe the enemy, then once you're below them, go upwards, attack them from below, then dive down on them again. You keep doing this for a while, although eventually you will lose your energy. You'll slow down, you'll become easy prey for the enemy's defensive armament or enemy fighters if there are any nearby. Now we're diving in quite quick. We've got 400 miles an hour speed now. Now we've obviously got the lead indicator. If you're doing this in realistic or simulator, you won't have this. You also have more realistic flight models, which will make things a bit harder. Got a few more hits in there. Now quickly dive up again. Now as you can see we're starting to lose height. We originally dived on them at 400 miles an hour. We're now doing it fairly 300. We could climb more to get some more height, but obviously that would take us a long time. That wasn't meant to happen. Sorry about that, people. That can sometimes happen, or it doesn't usually happen, but usually not in formation, so I wouldn't recommend ramming bombers. Like, not particularly a good thing to do. Now, quickly do another boom and zoom, and then we'll show you the other ways of attacking. Or we could quickly do it now. Attacking from the side. Not too effective, but our enemy armament isn't too great here usually. We're sort of not really attacked from the side properly. So I'll do that again. Got plenty of speed so we can quickly get away from the bombers, get out of range of their defensive armament, which isn't too good on the HE-116s. They've got one 20mm cannon at the front, the rest is 13mm machine guns, 7.92mm machine guns. Quickly attack, get some cannon and machine gun fire into them. Again, we don't know how much damage we've done, although one of them's just gone down in flames. Now that could be from my own wingmen. But we've done some damage to them. Some of them are trading smoke. Quickly do another side-on attack. Quickly put some more fire into them. Dodge this one. Don't want to ram him again. And we're going to quickly go out in front and show you the next attack, which is the frontal attack, where you just sort of attack the enemy from the front. Which is has its advantages in that you could kill the pilot. Now this isn't always good, well it's not always easy to do on some aircraft. B-17s and I think some British ones have 2 pilots, so you have to kill both of them. You might think it's quite easy to kill both of them in one pass, but I have seen people doing using such tactics, spraying the cockpit and still only managing to kill one of the pilots. Which can make your attack a bit of a waste because it doesn't always do that much damage to the plane, at least in my experience. Now you're not always guaranteed to kill the pilot as well, and on the hindcall it can actually be a bit worse. I think we killed the pilot because the plane went down quite easy. I think it's not damaged. It's got a bit of smoke. Oh, we've been shot down though. Had a bit of smoke, but the plane went down. Now I was trying to. I don't think I quite managed to get it out in time, but can be a bit of a disadvantage on the hindcall because it has a 20mm cannon at the front. Obviously that's not something you want to be dealing with. The last tactic is to just sort of sit on their tail and attack them. Now this isn't something you always want to do because most planes have a rear gunner. But if you kill this rear gunner, they're completely undefended. You can just sit behind their tail and at leisure take them down. Now you can, if you're quite good at aiming and if you feel confident in doing it, you can easily shoot at the enemy gunners, aiming specifically at them, and you can kill them quite easily. I've done this myself sometimes. You know, like with B-17s, just sitting on their tail, aim at the gunner, quickly take him out, and destroy, you know, and then just sit on the tail of the B-17. Don't know what this film is. I think I should skip it really, because it seems to be replaying. So there's just some of the ways you can take down bombers. Not sure what's happening now. Mission accomplished. Wait for that to run out. Get ready for a landing. Obviously this was an arcade against not too well defended enemies. Also, the next bit I'll show you how to use the Schrage Musik, the upward firing guns. To demonstrate the Schrage Musik, we'll be using the Dornier 217N2. We'll get rid of escort fighters. Get rid of the escort fighters. But we'll be going against the Wellingtons. Now you might think, why the Wellingtons, they're already quite easy to destroy. Well, it's just to sort of demonstrate what, you know, planes that haven't got rearward, downward firing guns can be quite vulnerable. It mainly applies to British aircraft. The Americans have their ball turrets on the B-17 and B-24s. Other nations don't really have that good firing down guns. It's usually just a hole in the floor sort of thing, but with a gun in it. But the British don't have anything like that at all, I don't think. Only their early Blenheims really have any downward firing guns. And even then, I think it's not that great. So this is just to demonstrate what sort of bombers you would use the Schrage Musik against. You can use it against American and other bombers, but it won't be as effective as against those with no underneath guns, like belly guns. So if you're on arcade or realistic, you're probably going to be underneath them to start with, underneath the bombers. So we're going to get underneath. We'll only take out one or two, because it would be here all day if we wanted to take out all of them with the Schrage Musik. And because this is a mission editor, we have to, well, we are on a time limit because they're trying to bomb a target. Can't see it, but we'll probably show up on the map later. Could use our front firing guns, obviously, but we're just going to demonstrate the Schrage Musik. Can be a bit hard to set up the right angle if it's anything like the Japanese ones. I think the angle's slightly better on here. We are being shot at, but it's their rear gunners who are just firing at a good angle. Oh, we're a little too close, a little too high, a little too fast. Pull out our gears and landing flaps. Let them catch up with us. Still outrunning them, that's quite annoying. I know Wellingtons aren't the best planes in the world, but they surely aren't that slow. Right, pull the gears and flaps up so we don't lose too much speed. Put the engines back on, 50%. Try and level ourselves out. Right, it's not working too well at the moment. I'm going to go in for another pass. Like I said, it's a lot harder than it looks trying to set this up. It's not really a practical bomber destroying weapon most of the time, I'm guessing. I mean, like I said, with the Japanese, I never managed to use it properly. But I just wanted to put it in here just to show how it should be used, or could be used. Just some ranging shots. See if we get any near. Right, we've managed to get some hits in. Obviously the lead indicator is well off, because we're not even firing, we're firing directly at the aircraft. Pulling up a little too much, lose the engine speed again, pull down, because we're going to be gaining speed, but so we can gain a little less speed. Pull up again. Getting some ranging shots just to see where we're aiming at roughly. We haven't managed to shoot them down yet, but they haven't managed to shoot at us either, so... And there we go, first plane already down. Took a few shots, but we didn't even get into a position where they could shoot us. And all we have to do is reload. Their formation's gone a bit... well, this happens when you take out the lead aircraft. Doesn't matter why it's gone out of formation, they will follow, like where it's going, why it's going somewhere else, but they will follow the formation leader. You can see this on most maps with AI bombers. If you take down the lead one but don't destroy it, they will follow it all the way down to the earth. They usually pull up before it hits the ground, but you know, it obviously mucks up the formation a lot, which is good for them if you're trying to shoot them down. Well, these Wellingtons are going down quite fast. And these are the high tier Wellingtons as well. I mean, there isn't really much difference between the low tier and the high tier other than bomb loads and the slightly more protected rear arm, slightly better rear armament. There's only one bomber left and not sure where he is. Oh, there are two of them left below us. See if we can... Oh, nearly. One's lost an engine. This is also demonstrating how bomber hunter aircraft such as the Dornier 217 can quite literally shred enemy bombers to pieces. Not good at intercepting the bombers, but once you, like, you know, climbing up to attack them, but once you're near them, they will go down pretty quick. Most of the time. There's a bit of a hit detection problems with higher caliber guns for some reason. Right, only two left to kill. One's going down. The other one's trying to... I don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to dogfight? I haven't got anything left to shoot him with other than my Schrage Musik, which isn't something you'd really use in this sort of situation with a low flying aircraft. Yeah, I completely missed him again. Wait for this to reload, finish him off. Or actually, it's also a shame it just aim. If you get the Schrage Musik, it just aims straight up. It doesn't aim where you're actually aiming it properly. But so if you're trying to shoot sideways, it doesn't seem to work too well. Should finish him off quickly. Shouldn't really attack him from behind, but I think his gun has gone. I think he's going down now. Just aim for his engines to make sure. Killed the pilot, I think. No, I don't think he was going down, I think he was following this one. So, all the bombers dealt with. Skip this. So, that's the end of this episode. It wasn't may not be the most useful guide in the world, but it's become such a problem with bombers ending games early. I just feel like to do something to like help people out. I mean, like I said, these may not be the best tips and may not be the best, most optimum ways of doing it, but just showing people out best ways of attacking bombers. So I hope it's helped some of you out there. If you've got any of your own tips on how to destroy bombers, please leave them in the comment section below. Leave feedback. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you like these sort of videos. Apologies it wasn't the best video in the world compared to some of my other ones, but it's all been struggling on thinking of what to do for videos. I'll try and get back with some more videos as soon as I can. Like I said, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.